Всем привет, друзья! Продолжаем проходить Hogwarts Legacy. И я нашел ту DB-маску, которую не мог найти в прошлой серии. Берем ее. Пришлось просто пересмотреть свой ролик и найти. Так, ладно, ну а мы тем временем погнали к Нате. Думаю, сейчас мы захватим этого Харлоу. Я надеюсь на это, по крайней мере. Я еще не помню, кстати, новогодние именно. Да, ну, ой, ну не, атмосфера опять бешеная. Так, у нас тут эта штучка есть. Так, 24 медузы это 9, 9 плюс 7, 16. Восемь. Нужен паук. Так, паук есть. Так, снизу 11, 0, 11, 3 нужно. Раз, два, три. Трехглавый дракон.
Revelio.
I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything?
О,
with the
откуда
evidence
дети
we
появились?
provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer, but I think it bothers her to this day that she did not see my father's death coming. She misses him, as do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way. But that does not mean that she likes it.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Мы просто с ней поболтали, да? Думаю, да. Так, давайте я хочу отдать ими маски. Думаю, я штук 5 вроде бы открыл хотя бы.
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greeting!
I actually have some...
We're getting close.
I'll keep an eye out.
I commend you for your...
Ого, я целых 6. Осталось 7. Да, их в Хогвартсе 5 штук. Ага. Тут показывается еще, что их, например, тут одно в этом крыле. Стол один есть. Ладно, ладно. Отправляемся портретом говорить. Сейчас будет, наверное, на 3-е испытание, да, нас пошлют.
Handy resource indeed.
А нет. Не пошлют.
Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Загадочная дисциплина, которую лишь в редких случаях предлагают изучать студентам старших курсов. Алхимия фокусируется на 4 природных элементах и рассказывает о науке трансмутации. Я думал, тут хотя бы демимастка будет. Не, ну и так тут страница руководства была.
Revelio.
Ладно, не зря не туда переместился. Не, нам слишком далеко. Блять, мы вообще не то выполняем. Нам куда надо? Зал картографии. Ну я дурында. Всё, теперь правильно. Блин, я дурында не туда побежал. Но зато северную страницу руководства нашли.
Revelio.
Так, ну
Welcome
давай
back.
говори нам.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Так, ну то, что испытание в Хогвартсе, это кайф. Ага, задание началось, задание завершено сразу же.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
Заходил в Хогвартсе побольше.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was.
Диме
before
маски
I
случайно нету?
I suppose I'm not allowed
Yeah.
up there. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Ладно.
That's it. I'm making good progress with those tokens. This Daedalian Keys challenge is coming along nicely.
Давайте сейчас пешком пойдем, потому что я хочу, блядь, ну последний
Another
ключ
house
осталось
token for
найти.
the house chest.
И опять, почему нельзя все поставить?
That's it. I'm making good progress with those tokens.
Всё, последний остался. Стараемся его найти.
Revelio.
О, снич.
What I wouldn't give for a pint of sweet.
Revelio. Aloha Mora.
Блять, показал, что это последний ключ. Тебе маски нету?
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Так, Элизар, ты был прав насчет укатрусов, с меня куда?
Revelio.
Я хочу по той лестнице пойти. Так, а как туда перебраться?
Revelio.
Так, тут больше ничего нету. Так, тут у нас 4, 6, получается, тут нужна сова. Теперь снизу.
What are you up to now?
Блять, а что снизу? Я не посчитал, что там надо. Снизу 1, 5, 6, 6. Это значит нужно 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. А, нужен краб, да, вроде. Это крэб и гойл.
Revelio.
Бля, вот так и знал. Архитектор Хогвартса изображен здесь в окружении 4 символов факультетов. Он спроектировал и руководил строительством замка Хогвартс вместе с основательницей Кандидой Категоран, которая приписывает идею постоянно меняющей планировки здания. Это?
Revelio.
I've always said
Revelio.
travel broadens the mind.
Ой, ладно, погнали уже.
Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Confringo. Revelio. Depulso. Accio. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Лайки какие-то.
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well, you'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A
Oh.
polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry.
Ой, Диме Маска.
Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Ну да, я сейчас не могу ясный хуй делать. Да, ладно, я ну, тут Диме Маску легче запомнить. Подождите, легче. Где мы? Летучее пламя. Ладно, погнали. Это прикольно, это хорошо.
Professor, a moment of your Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Ну, конечно же, мы должны были кто-то встретить.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only you'd asked me about a particular potion, and well,
I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
Really? Why can't we talk about potions here? Seems fine to me.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Блять.
Now, to determine which...
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't. When I witness what passes for magic in these halls, I
Perhaps I heard the headmaster approaching.
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better!
Headmaster, here, what could he want?
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
Погнали.
What did we do to deserve him as a head?
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
Отыгрывает роль полностью, Джеймс.
Oh no, it's the headmaster and he's coming this way.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children.
Professor, a word, please. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand that man.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Wait until Master sees what a wonderful job Scrope is.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
And now I'm telling you that you can tell me.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Ah! Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
Ahem. Attention, students. The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Ай, блядь. Блин, а там даже я не успел понять, что он там собирался говорить детям.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Так, теперь я хочу отправиться обратно в кабинет Бега, чтобы там Диме маску забрать. И проходим третье испытание. Наверное, на этом я эту серию закончу. Давайте я сразу ночь сделаю.
Fine now, Demi guys.
Теперь осталось 6. Ладно, погнали теперь третье испытание выполнять. Так, ну давайте перед испытанием я все пооткрываю, то, что у нас тут есть. Испытание сначала. Мне осталось тут 19 топерок победить. 14 инферналов. Угу. 40 пауков. Угу. Это все по ходу выполнено. Так, осталось 50 страниц. Давайте заклинания. Не, да я вот этими не пользуюсь. Наверное, надо было выручать комнату. Погнали. Можно выручая комнату идентифицировать. И теперь точно погнали. Ой, уже спина болит просто играть.
Revelio.
Так, погнали.
I'll...
We are fortunate to have a student brave enough.
Revelio.
What if he sticks like this?
What? Don't be silly. It'll wear
Я
off
уже
in a
тут
few
был.
hours, I think.
You think?
It didn't before.
Так, 19. Это 9. Дракон это у нас 3. 9 плюс 3. 12. Значит, нужна семерка. Семерка, 9, 8, 7. Это вот эта хуйня. Так, а сверху 23, 15 плюс 2, 17, 6. Сверху это 9, 8, 7, 6. Это ящерица.
Revelio.
Я не помню, мы так высоко вообще поднимались.
Confringo. Accio. Revelio.
Да, мы тут были точно.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio.
Тут я не помню, что мы были. Угу. Тут можно.
Revelio.
Да, тебе маски нету, жалко. Профессор Гекат. После нашего разговора я обратился к знакомым гоблинам из Гринроса. Все они осуждают действия Ранрока, а некоторые подозревают, что цель его действия совсем иная, нежели он заявляет. Судя по тому, как он относится к тем из сородичей, кто отказывается проникнуть к нему, я склонен согласиться с подобной оценкой. Буду держать вас в курсе. Тем временем необходимо сохранять бдительность с уважением Эзов Шарп.
Revelio.
Ладно.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Revelio.
Здесь у ведущий кабинет директора охраняет заколдованного горгуля, который пускает только те, кто знает пароли. Хотя трудно себе представить хоть кого-нибудь, кто решился бы навестить нынешнего хозяина этого кабинета. Так, а где эта бабочка? Ага, все, вижу, я снизу. Да, давайте сначала эту бабочку возьмем.
Revelio. Lumos.
Реально, просто Hogwarts, блять, очень огромный. Или я поражаюсь в этом. Так, ну говорим.
Toujours pure.
Так, ну давайте сейчас посмотрим. А если там Феникс?
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto.
Не всем директорам и директрисам нравится заново переживать повседневные трудности, с которыми они постоянно сталкивались во время управления школой чародейства и волшебства. Некоторые предпочитают наслаждаться заслуженным сном, если представляется такая возможность.
Revelio.
Так, третий уровень. Ага, тут второй.
Alohomora. Revelio.
Не, ну кайфово, конечно, что второй уровень нас просто на эту лестницу упустил. Не, ну красиво.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber. and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
Чек. Средства для укрепления волос, воск для усов, помада для волос из будивана, расческа, чесалка, дексицид. Лосина шмалочья сумма, не забудь направить счет министерства. Так, ну Дими маски тут нету, да?
That must be the pedestal.
Давайте. О, как в тайной комнате.
Where am I?
Ой-ой-ой, это круто.
Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve.
Мы в книге сейчас будем.
You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously.
А, ну это круто, это круто.
To find me. The first you will need is a cloak.
Такс.
In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Да, ну это пиздато, это пиздато. Пугало напоминает. Так, проберите через вот, чтобы меня не заметили. Я не ожидал, это классная рисовка.
They're gone for now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be?
Это такое испытание все будет, интересно.
I need to time this just right.
Yes.
I see a staircase straight ahead. Ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there. I'd best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can.
Давай, 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 давай.
That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
Я немного посижу тут, если что, в столбине сделаю. Ага. Слава богу, я думал, мы опять будем практически то же самое с загадками проходить испытания. Ну подождите. Мне еще кажется, будет то испытание.
Nothing this way, but more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway looks like the only safe. Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose. Now's my chance. That's the way forward.
О, мать невидимости. Ну это, короче, сказка Бадла. Как там? Бадля. Мать невидимости мы получили. А это смерть, которая пытается нас убить. Обратно, наверное. Секундочку, не понимаю, куда нам. Блять, там через эти ворота надо было. Если мы можем прямо мимо них пройти.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
Если мы получим позитивную палочку.
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching.
Позитивная палочка.
You will be unable to hide.
Да, ну это кайф опять. Это кайф. И потом нам воскрешающий камень, да, дадут же. Бля, кайф, у нас есть бузинная палочка, мы антиневидимки. Сейчас я думаю, у нас будет пизелки.
I've never felt such power.
Descendo. Bombarda.
Бля, кайф. Кайф, что нам дают Дарами смерти поиграть. Ага, и мы можем только столбение использовать. Тут по-любому сейчас опять, да, будет? Теперь сама смерть. Ай-яй-яй-яй. Да, но я не могу других использовать. Ай-яй-яй. Найс. Да ёбаный сыр. Блять. Ладно, тут можно зелье выпить. А, нельзя. Блять. А, блядь, ну я же вернулся. А что с троллями стало? Я их разве уничтожил? Так, и нам сейчас камень дадут. Да. Ну, блин, ну даже эту серию можно легко назвать Дары, смерти и все. Все, мы хозяины 3 даров смерти.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing.
I can't believe she's dead.
Oh, poor Neve.
Neve! May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
А, ну все, да. Бля, ну... Эти испытания Дары смерти. Просто можно назвать. Это охуенная миссия тоже. Стиль прикольный, книжный.
Remember that as you witness my memory.
что, смотрим предпоследнее воспоминание, наверное.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong
You
hands,
saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Она питается, что ли, плохими воспоминаниями? Че, плохой негативной силой? Идем.
Revelio.
I'd seen Bakar's tower countless times.
Так, ну вот и последний.
Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
Так, ну а что у нас? Так, осталось 5 сюжетных заданий, что ли? Подготовили к своим соу. Встретитесь. Так, Себастьяном напомню. Так. Последняя фрагмента трипика. Себастьян. Ага. Так, они продолжают мой прием. Так, ладно, ребята, на этом я закончу. Сейчас просмотрим коллекции, что тут у нас остались. Ладно, ребята, на этом я закончу. Встретимся в следующей серии.